I'm Jon Durrant, head coach at Cobra Gym, Victoria, London. Today we're going to do a video on shifting. To assist me is Hussein, top heavyweight boxer with London regional titles, who trains down here. So shifting become very popular in the last few years. Lots of videos on shifting, lots of fighters doing it. You know, a lot of Eastern European fighters do shifting. Golovkin does it quite a lot, which is why it's got a lot of exposure now. It's not a new thing. Guys were doing it back in the old school, you know, Jack Dempsey and all those kind of guys. They shifted a lot, you know. So we kind of looked at shifting here. You know, we like to use it, but we like to try and think why we're doing what we're doing and not just doing it for the sake of it because everybody else is doing it. So one of the ways that we thought about using shifting is thinking about using shifting off a jab and what my opponent's doing. So usually when my opponent jabs me, he's moving to his left, here, okay? So we're in this position here where he keeps moving to his left. So if I see that and I'm comfortable on the shift, I'll start realizing, okay, from orthodox here, I can shift onto this because he's moving to the left. So it's the first thing I need to consider when I'm shifting, is where is my opponent going and how am I going to catch him with that shift, you know? It's got to be, you know, the guy has to be really rattled. Say I've really rattled him here, for me to do a straight on shift here and then a shift back, you know. With a decent boxer, I'm not going to get away from being linear and just doing that shift unless I've hurt him with something first. So it's something to consider. If I rattled him here, boom, and then I take that little shift there, it's fine, but we want to find more subtle ways of maybe entering this shift. So what I come up with maybe is this little thing here where I work to his jab. He throws his jab and I'm going to throw my body shot here. Now what I'm thinking when I throw this body shot here is my head comes out to this side, which essentially means I've just cleared both his hands. So I'll be in a good position for me to shift quite safely without too much coming back because this has cleared this hand. So now I can shift here around the side because I've just cleared the hand on the slip jab to the body, you know? So maybe a couple of times I'll bait him and I'll do it on a sequence of 3. So for the first 2, I let him jab and I jab into the body. So 1, boom, I jab to his body. He moves to the left a little bit. 2, I go here. Now 3, I slip, boom, then I shift. Okay, because I'm pulling him onto the left. I've seen he's going on to his left. Okay, and I take that little shift here to here once that arm is cleared. Okay, as opposed to me trying to shift from here, maybe here, and coming here into a right hand, and maybe I've taken out a little bit of risk by coming here and clearing the arms, okay? So imagine I've got to this position. I've got to here, so we'll do it up here, and I've got to here, okay? Now this shift is called a shift for a reason, because I'm shifting weight. It's not simply a step and then a punch. It's a punch on a change here. So a lot of the time the shift brings them off balance because I have so much going through that shift step. So as I land, that hand is coming through me. Here, okay? So as the foot comes down, that punch is going through, which is going to put them off balance a little bit here. Okay, so once I've got them off balance, maybe I consider what I then do. Because for me personally, I'm not happy to stay as a southpaw, or if I was a southpaw to stay as an orthodox. I want to find a way that I can shift back and still hurt him on the shift back. So maybe from here what I do is then I work across to the other side. So from this shift here, I then penetrate with this left leg, boom, on the uppercut. And after the uppercut, I drop here, and then I come back around here. So essentially through the first shift step, I've worked my way around his body, shifting back, and then coming out on an angle. So let's try that little sequence. So here, I go here, I'm out of the way of the jab. I shift through here. Now I want to come back, and I'm almost going to push him back with this uppercut here. His head's down from the power I generated on the first shift. Boom, up here. Then I sink down here, just in case it's a counter. And then up here, I use this little pivot step on my right leg, boom, to come around here, okay? So that's one of the ways I can use shifting effectively here, but The other way I can use shifting as well is I can use it defensively. If someone gives me a lot of pressure here, and they come in quite a lot here, I like to use it as a little counter step as someone comes in. Again, it kind of takes away a lot of the risk of a shift step, you know. If I use it as a defensive way as well, I can take a lot of risk out because I'm not committing forward. I'm actually committing back and baiting him into a punch that you wouldn't necessarily expect, you know. So if I'm orthodox here, kind of beating me up a little bit, he's coming forward, to watch my front leg, and this circles, boom, and I throw that big right hook. It's not really something you expect. So again, it takes the risk away from me, but also what it does, it just takes me out a little bit. I may not have with that counter shift step. I'm shifting back, but I'm still shifting, you know? So something you might consider when you're doing shifting. So when you do shifting, just consider all these options. Where are you in relation to them? And are you cutting down the risk when you're shifting? It's no point shifting just for the sake of it. So little setups like this, little setups like the step back, can help you shift and add something to what you do, but ultimately you don't kind of risk when you do it. Thanks for watching the video. I've been Jon Durrant. You can catch more about me on jondurranttraining.com. Check more videos on the Warrior Collective.